mess to the floor. This ain't no bedtime story, no cookies and milk. It's a straight shot of wisdom, smoother than silk. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Pull up your Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Oh, pull up your chair, let the stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey, come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep. Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Darling, lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Knock, knock, who's there? It's the truth at the door. Don't wipe your feet, just bring your mess to the floor. This ain't no bedtime story, no cookies and milk. It's a straight shot of wisdom, smoother than silk. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Pull up your Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Oh, pull up your chair, let the stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey, come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep. Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. We're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. We're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. We're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. Knock, knock, who's there? It's the truth at the door. Don't wipe your feet, just bring your mess to the floor. This ain't no bedtime story, no cookies and milk. It's a straight shot of wisdom, smoother than silk. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Pull up your Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Oh, pull up your chair, let the stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey, come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep. Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Darling, lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. to the floor. This ain't no bedtime story, no cookies and milk. It's a straight shot of wisdom, smoother than silk. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Pull up your Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Oh, pull up your chair, let the stories unfold. It's laughter.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Granny's house. How are you? I pray that everyone is having a beautiful day. Please remember to be nice to your granny. Hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know if you can hear me. I think my it don't want me to be great today. So if you can't hear me, please shoot it up in the chat. But you should have been already talking to me. You should have been literally on some, hey granny, how you doing? How you feeling and how's everything with you today? But y'all ain't did that, did you? Mm-mm, mm-mm. So we're gonna have to go over the rules again, I see. But it's okay. We don't mind going over the rules. I'm trying to hear myself. There we go. There we go. See, new technology is not meant for old ladies like me. But welcome to Granny's house. Welcome to Granny's house. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. And we're gonna start the day off. Go- Cut it out. How y'all doing? Anybody told me how they doing yet? So I'm not gonna go to. I'll figure out how some folk doing up in my house today and speak. It's like four of y'all. Nobody said hey. Hey. Today we're talking about gentle parenting. But before we talk about gentle parenting, I'm asking you to like, follow, and share. Like, follow, and share on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. They got something child called Lemon. I follow on all of them. They all the same moniker as they call me Granny. They call me Granny Six on TikTok, YouTube. They call me Granny, and Facebook. Welcome to Granny's house. As we also know, anything, any images, words spoken, or anything that you do today belongs to Granny, not to you, to me, but it's okay. I'm not going to embarrass you. Anything that you don't like, you can all go, Granny, I was clowning. I didn't even talk about my baby daddy like that. Please take that off. I will take it off for you. I'm not going to clown like that. I will save you, child. Trust me, I'm your granny. I got you. But anything else that is given, done, or shared on Granny's house belongs to the property of Welcome to Granny's house, and we will also use it in a nice, responsible manner. You may see yourself or your comment on TikTok, YouTube, or even Facebook. So let's get started. Let's get started here. But I'm kind of confused at how all these people in my house today and not nobody said nothing. Well, till y'all don't want to speak to me, that's okay. We're talking about gentle parenting tonight. Yes, gentle parenting, something your mama knew nothing about. If you're my age, yes, I'm Gen Z. My mama knew nothing about no gentle parenting. Nothing. Gentle parenting was her not counting. She counted 34. Cut it out. If she made it to the three, that was gentle parenting, child. Gentle parenting was her. Was you not catching that hand real fast? She let you duck. And she didn't come with the extra two-piece. That was gentle parenting. Cut it out. Now these children out here getting negotiations, child. They out here asking them their feelings and their emotions. I didn't know I had feelings till I was over 30. Stop it. They got feelings. They got emotions and they are just so full of all these things. Oh, Granny, you're talking to me really harsh. Girl, this was nice for my mama the way I'm talking to you. You had to really cut it out. I wish my mama would have said something, would have allowed me to hear her say something three times. I wish she would have let me even be like, oh, let me just come to you nicely. It didn't happen. And my grandmama, oh, I love her dearly. I miss her too. Bless your heart, Granny. Grandma had a little board that actually said heat for the seat. So tell me, who is really out here about to be messing with somebody that got something that say heat for the seat? And when I say heat for the seat, she was not playing with us. My grandma used every bit of her, please, every bit of her belt. And she had a trophy when she was doing it. Trust me, I know she did. I used to run. I was smart. I knew I'd stay out the way. I wasn't playing with her. I didn't even want to see what she could do to you. I didn't even want to be part of it. My mom asked me why am I negotiating. That part, a 4 year old. What the 4 year old? Well, oh, he wanted some fruit snacks and some blue. He ain't got time for what you going through. Y'all be out here asking them twice. And then the third time, sometimes your tone gets softer. I'm not saying you're supposed to be out here taking, hits on your children. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's a little bit of time when you're gonna have to put your foot down. And some of these feet that y'all got to sort of know to do things called Nike Air Clouds or them other hokas, them little soft shoes everybody wear. That's how y'all feet be stumped on the ground. Cause my grandbaby, she's 4, and she calls me Mrs. Ma'am. Mrs. Ma'am. Now, Mrs. Ma'am is funny. I ain't gonna lie. I had to laugh at her one day too. But I was like, Mrs. Ma'am, can I call my grandma Mrs. Ma'am? Well, my girl, how would she have took it if I'd have called her Mrs. Ma'am? She calls me Mrs. Ma'am, and she lets me know all the things that she desires and wants to do. And Granny, I hear you, but me and Khalid say, "Hey, Granny, hey, sugar man." That's my man. He's on there watching his grandma. Oh, this precious little one. That him right there. He's a true testament of why you can't gentle parent. He's one. One, and he's already got his little hands up in the air. Oh yeah, He think he fighting Mike Tyson. He already come talking back. He can't even talk. Blah, 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 blah. Little boy, cut it out. I, I may not know what you're saying, but you sure saying it quite loud. So we're gonna remember that part. My mama wouldn't even let me say it loud. Remember there. Hey, how about that? But now back to this little 4-year-old. So she'll look you dead in your eye like you small, and she walks in and she goes, "Hey, Granny, just give me some chips, some crackers, and some seaweed and a juice, and then turn bluey on." I was like, "Oh, ma'am, who are you out here bossing around like that?" But I did it. I can't talk about gentle parenting because I'm a gentle grandparent to an extent. To an extent, I have my moments. I'm not the one that say I had a belt in my hand with my grandbabies. No, but I did. I am allowing myself to say it 4 times. Then I give you that crazy look that I remind myself. I had to tell one of them, don't make me remind myself that and start looking at you like I see your daddy. Don't make me remind myself I used to be a mama. Cut it out, because I will really set it off on you. You are out here clowning. I can't even believe that I sat here and asked you 4 times something to do. These children literally, and they have the nerve to come at you like you're supposed to do it. Didn't I ask you, Granny? And they go to the store, and this one really just grinds my gears because we got to talk before we even got out of the car. Let me remind you, your mama looked you dead in your eye. Sometime before the house. I know my grandma had this lady. She tells a story. The story scared the bejeebus out of us. Yeah, I'm trying to use some other words. I'm trying to get delivered. Anyway, my grandma just tells a story about this lady. And this lady, she said, was beat her children before she took them to the store. No matter what store she was going to, whenever she about to leave the house, church or whatever, she gave each one of them little children a nice peek pop out. Yes, she did. And then she'd take them out. I was like, Granny, that story kind of harsh, Grandma. She was like, I'm just telling you what the lady did. It wasn't me. I said, but Grandma, why would she beat the children before she said, because she was reminding them. I said, don't touch nothing. Don't look at nothing. Don't even smell it. I mean, some of our mamas were so cold. Don't even think about it. See, if she felt you was thinking, her little telekinesis came in. You probably caught one right there in the toy store. Don't even think about it. So can you imagine? So when my grandma she tells that story, I guess that was reminding us. Don't make me have to revert. Well, we never got to "I'ma beat you" before we left to the store. That was a new one, but my mama sure will look you dead in your eye. Don't go in here touching on stuff. And to my little brother, and don't be going all getting lost. Ooh, I couldn't stand that little boy. Every store we went in, he got lost. And then, right when it was a time, I don't know how old you are, but this little boy got kidnapped. And, at that point, they made everybody nervous because they wasn't kidnapping children like that. If they did, we didn't see it. But this little boy got kidnapped. And so then now, every time he would take his venture off, go get your brother. You don't want nobody to kidnap him. I was like, I don't know, lady. I can't answer that question without changing the fame, but I don't know. You really want the truth? But nah, my brother, bless his heart. But we got to talk. But he always seemed to want to test her with her. Don't touch nothing. See, I knew better. I wasn't even thinking about it. I had it in my, I would come home and write about it in my journal or something. But no, I seen her with them quick win that she would have gave Tyson a run for his money. Yes, he would have been uppercutted to the left and the right, and she would have been walked away and been like, "Yeah, easy work." Yes, easy work. But me, mm-mm. But my grandbabies, and then I'm in Walmart. I'm a Walmart girl. I can't afford Target and be up in there paying 10 times the stuff that I can get at Walmart and get 20 of them for the same dollar. Cut it out. But that's my business. And I go to Walmart. I don't dress like them other people you be seeing on TikTok. I put some clothes on. Anyway, we in Walmart, and these little children is walking around touching everything. I mean, putting their hands on stuff and touching it. The little boy had the nerve to pull it off the shelf. I was like, "Oh, Jesus, save him." Then I had to remember his mama one of them new people. He ain't gonna catch no fade. But I'm looking at him and he just touching stuff. And then the lady at that really got me. That really made me put this one together. This little boy walked up to the lady in the eyeglass section of Walmart. Yeah, I go to the good Walmart. He was in the eyeglass section of Walmart. He literally walked up to the lady and said, "Can I see these?" Mind you, he about what, 6'7", little bitty or something. "Can I see these?" And she looked at him and she says, "Okay." Shocked me. I ain't never seen it. So she pulls them off because these had a little one in the Walmart, little tags on it. We still in the hood though, but it's a good Walmart. But she pulled a little thing off and she showed it to him. Now she's watching him because you second guessing. Why did I put this in this little boy hand? Because she's about my age. She knew better, so she was breaking the rules. You see, she must be a grandma because she got soft, but she was breaking all the rules. He wasn't supposed to be touching nothing. So anyway, so the lady basically gave it to him, and he's literally doing a man dash back and forth with these glasses on that look like Oakleys. So these are very expensive glasses. And now she's sitting there trying to figure out how can I grab him without being offensive or being on TikTok. After a period of time, when I say a period of time, wasn't close either, he walks right back in with these glasses. And he was like nothing. It was like nothing to him. He just kind of scrolled in and she's sitting there like, "Oh my goodness." So she took him, she put him back in the thing, and I was like, wow. I need to talk to my buddies about this gentle parenting. Cause this little boy just shook all my nerves. I could not believe it. It's bad enough when I take mine in the grocery store. They touch everything. "Granny, did you got some of this?" And I'm like, "Ooh, you triggering me." "Great, can I see that? Great, why you didn't buy this?" And they all literally when you say no, why? Why? Oh, I gave him the code because I said so. Like they used to work with us. Cause I said so. Cause I said so. Cause I said so meant a lot. Cause I said so stopped a lot of drama. Yes, it did. But cause I said so, I gave her that. And she looked at me and she says, "But that's not an answer, Granny." Welcome to Granny's house. Man, these are not jokes. This little girl literally was on her just bold, chesty, super chesty. That's not an answer, Granny. I said, "Oh, okay, yes, ma'am." I see I'm learning how to pick my battles. At this point, I'm in the middle of the store. Everybody got a camera, so we can't just hem you up like you used to get hemmed up in them aisles. We had a little circle around where they put the clothes on in the stores. Your mom kind of push you up in there and give you a little two-piece in the middle of them. But you can't do that now. Everybody got a camera. They be walking you out of Walmart with your arms in the back of you. You got to pick your battle. I hope y'all can hear me well. I am still fighting this nasty cooties. I don't know where I got it from. That's what I get for leaving the sanctuary of my house. Yes, I still shelter in place. It's just safer for me mentally. I don't know. Some of y'all be doing a whole bunch out there, and I be looking at you like, "Ooh, bless your heart." That's a whole lot. But I'm still kind of not cool around a lot of people. That's just me. I go to Walmart the old people time. I have earned the right. I use my AARP card. I have earned it. I go different places early. Sam Club, but they get the little black, so you can come in early, get the black card. If you're over 50, you can come in early. Yes, I use my Sam Club card. Other than that, no, I went out in sanctity in my own home and somebody sneezed in Best Buy. I heard it. And you know how we have had that training since 2019 that when you hear a sneeze now, you make a left or a right. But no, I didn't make the left or the right. I literally sat there and just took all them cooties in. Oh Jesus! Any other time I'd have beeline her out of there. She said, "Be in the store." Yes, I do. That's me. Show what? It ain't a whole bunch of folk up in there. They little YN children asleep. You know, your little bad grandbabies and your little bad babies at school. I don't have to share all the snacks and the little samples with your children. And they ain't coming back taking all the extras. I can give me two of them little candies that Sam Club this day because your children not there. That's why I tell people, "Oh, go early with all them little bad children right there. Then you get all the good samples, all the good stuff." Hey, lady, how you feeling? Welcome to Granny's house. We are talking about gentle parenting. Are yours are all grown? So, can you share with us about how you parented yours? Are you gentle, or or did you use the heat for the seat? Because I know me, mine were boys. My boys was big as me, bigger than me. They're like 6 feet tall. So at a period of time, it wasn't no, come on now, let's do this. No, let's do that. It was like, look, 2 words. You got me. Boy, don't make me turn this house upside down. Don't make me flip all this. That was me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all my folks. And if you knew me, you knew I wasn't no calm person anyway. I was way out of pocket. That's why God gave me this new one. He said, "Go sit her down." He was talking to Peter. He said, "We got to sit her down. Let's sit her down real good." He set me down real well. But yeah, I was a gentle parent when they were little. But when they became teenagers, oh no, I had me one of them little Dodger bats. And I didn't hit nobody with a Dodger bat, but that was a good scare because it kept them on their toes because they didn't know how, I have hot flashes, mind your business. We'll deal with that in another day because menopause had came and she came strong. Yes, she had. But we will talk. I'm back on these boys. I didn't hit the boys with that bat. I just looked at them and scared them, but my boys didn't know. With me being their mama, they was kind of nervous. They didn't know at any point of time when she really used this bat. I have to stop gentle parenting. Mr. Noah, Mr. Elijah is about to reach the end of the road with the gentle parenting from me. Those boys know how to test all your gangster, no limit soldiers. Yes, they are. I'll tell you, my grandbabies are no limit soldiers. Make them say, nah, nah, girl. They look you right in your eye like, what? You be sitting there, come on, little bit. I said, do y'all have a, so I stayed with them for about 4 days. We had a good time, good old time, because they're not babies no more. And I'm sitting there looking at them, I'm like, what's y'all bedtime? And I'm like, bedtime? Oh, when we crash out, Granny, that's when we go to sleep. I was like, okay, but it's close to time to go to school soon. So y'all be practicing going back to sleep, at that proper hour. Like we used to have to practice here. I don't know about y'all with these new children. We had to practice start going back to sleep before school came. So your summer got cut down real short about mid-August. And she started training you, like she said, back to get up at 5 in the morning because you had to make it all the way to this house, to this person, to that place, and she couldn't be late to that job. So trust me, we was training. But so now they go, oh, Granny, no, we don't have a bedtime. So we fall asleep. And I'm like, okay. I said, so what is that? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Granny. I don't look at it. I suppose when my tablet die. And these new people, tablets do not die. They walk around with chargers with them. They walk around trailing something. And you look at them like, what are you trailing? What is that in your head? What's wrong with you people? What are you trailing? I have two. It was a two-finger snap till they got older, about 5. You get good if you was able to snap your fingers and them children didn't move. Ooh, I wish I could have snapped my fingers. I had to snap. I mean, snap one to use him as an example for the next one. And be like, look, see this one? See how that happened? I can execute that on you real quick, real quick. So that was my two-finger snap. It sounds nice, but if your baby, see you mustn't raise thug like me. I hear people say gentle parents for gentle children. No, mine was no limit soldiers. I'm not playing with you. And everybody know my children, bless their heart. But it was not no snapping. No, they would have really been like, okay, mama, do it again. One of them probably would have started making a beat out in front of me. So it wasn't none of that at all. No, it was on some really, you really gonna try me like this? And it was after the second time I had to come out swinging. I had to make them think I was crazy. See, with my boys, I had to make them think I was crazy. I wasn't abusive. I just was just make these crazy faces and I say these crazy terms, and they were like, okay, she about to set it off. She gonna turn this place up. So let's just move out our way. And at a period of time, I would just watch them. They just scatter. They weren't. They wouldn't stay and deal with me. They was like, one of them told me, "Oh, here she goes. She about to set it off." So that was my two fingers in a snap. I had those crazy faces, and these new ones don't even. They're not scared of your looks on your face. They look back at you like mimicking you, like as if, "What are you doing? Am I supposed to be scared of you?" I think you're like, "Mrs. Ma'am," that's what my little 4-year-old called me. And you're like, "Mrs. Ma'am, is there something wrong with you? Because I think that you all of my face trying to show me what my face look like, and that ain't what we do here." But they have no fear. None. I really feel sorry for the new kindergarten teachers. I really do, because you have inherited COVID babies. Them COVID babies had no, they have no manners, no nothing about them. It's they're out of pocket. Them COVID babies is really, really built. You know them little jokes people say they built different. They built different. I see, because you a millennial. Elijah does that. He said, "Yes," because he's looking at you like, "Am I supposed to be scared? Are we playing a game, mommy?" Two. Yeah, you gonna have to start looking crazy now, real fast. He's two, so start get you a crazy look. Maybe you call me. We'll do a session and we'll do crazy looks together. You better enact you a crazy look real fast, because he's like, two, and he's playing with you like, oh, you're not serious, mom, right? Okay, now run and go get me some blueberries. Blueberries too. I didn't mean to go off track with that, but I'm surprised with these blueberries. When did y'all little children start eating blueberries? I Closest thing I got to a blueberry in my life was a blueberry muffin. These new ones is out here eating fancy berries, blueberries, and raspberries, and all kind of stuff. Child, they got organic this and organic that. So when I even come ask you, Granny, ooh, is that the organic ones? We don't eat those. We only eat the organic ones. I said, when you hear your mama come by the organic ones. Did Jeremiah and Josiah saw what I did to Jamia, that man, and they avoided those smart boys. Smart boys. And that's what I think mine did. I cracked that one. You crack that head one. You see, you take the head off the main bully, and the rest of the little bullies just scatter. See, that's what we had to do. Had to remind them. She said, hey, Miss Jenny. I'm glad you checking in. We pray you are feeling well today. Welcome to Granny's house. We are talking about these children and these gentle parents. I am in love with Miss Sydney here. She say her baby stares back at her. That's hilarious. I can imagine his little face too, because these little ones are just like, and you can't get mad. See, once we become grandma, we saved them from some of the treacherous stuff that we would have just took our children apart for. I mean, I know me. I get the sad. I get sad when I hear him talking crazy. I so, who are you? Don't be talking to them like that. So a lot of the general parenting that y'all doing is because we out here being look at these new grandmamas too. You know, we don't set our foot down like old grandmama did. You know, they can really like run around the house and jump on the couch, and we kind of like not even tripping. But your grandmama didn't do that. Oh no, she didn't do that. Your grandma let you run around her house. You went in there or you went out. That's it. And don't bring outside back in when you're inside. She was not allowing you and let you to do it. We watch these children do jumping up and down on the couch. Yes, we do. Mine was jumping on the bed. What got me was she was jumping on the bed right there with her papa. He didn't do nothing. I said, if he didn't do nothing, who am I? And he's the one that be wielding the most pain. Who am I? So if he didn't do nothing, I just kind of was like, okay, man, we should all jump together. So y'all babies is messed up because us grandmamas, we realize these ain't ours to raise like that. You know, we helping. You know, we feed them some good nutritious food that you're not gonna feed them because you sticking it on the air fryers. We gonna hook them up. You know, they ain't never had no cabbage and greens till they came to grandma's house. They y'all got them over there eating kale and tofu, and then they come to my house. They're like, "Oh, Granny, what is this? I've never had it before. It's just so." And they look at their fingers, begging you to come back and get them. That's our grandbabies that we've created. And we just sitting there, and then when y'all go do what y'all do, y'all don't put y'all. We hoping that you have been put your stamp on it, you know. So when I was softening them up, that y'all put y'all foot down and they wouldn't be all the way messed up. But I see now, I'm gonna have to stick my foot back down. She said, "You know, I know how to roll with them. Let mine do it." Yes, whatever they want to do it. You don't mean to do it. You're not trying to let them do what they want to do. It's just that some of the stuff now that you're older and you're more subtle. Because remember, at our age, grandmas was like great grandmas at our age. You know, well, my age, my grandma was a grandma, but you know, they just didn't. They moved different because they had, you know, they it was just different. But when they was great grandmas, you know, I watched some of the stuff that we let happen. But at a grandma stage, no. But us now, we became kind of soft. You know, we out here scared somebody gonna arrest us at Walmart. And we watching all these TikToks and there we all sharing each other all these horror stories. And we just all just oh. And then we share these memes of little kids doing such cute stuff and everything's so cute now with us. Oh, it's just so cute. It's so cute. So we see all this little cute stuff, and when our grandbabies do, we just, oh, look at them, look us looking at him like, boy, what is wrong with every single part of you? We ain't doing that. We sitting here just we're like what they say, we're aiding and abetting. I know I am. I'm aiding and abetting because I got another one. She just her whole mind just tunes off. She has a piece of paper in her hand and she's dealing with she's doing her art or something. Her whole mind just turns off, and when she turns off, it's nothing you can do. I mean, you can tear the house down and she wouldn't even hear you, period. You have to literally go in front of this child, pull her pencil up, make her put her head up. I was like, would my mama have done all that? I wonder. Inquiry minds want to know, Mama. If you on here, let me know how long we would have got. Cause I guess the people don't believe me. She got 'em like how y'all used to get. You know what? And the sad part about it is, see, they done trained y'all this new millennial. Our generation, it's not good. Yeah, we suppressed everything. We suppressed everything and we went outside and did, sensible, daring stuff, But y'all generation, y'all the therapy and y'all healing and all the different stuff, and you're going through all the my mom was abusive and my dad called me a name and it just rocked my soul for 50 years. And so I'm not saying y'all shouldn't heal, baby, heal on. But this is why y'all don't give y'all children a nice little crazy look and a nice little piss out every now and then. They ain't 10 minutes, nice little reminder pop. Go find your life. You get it together. This is why. But it's okay. I ain't asking you to do what we do because these are different children who they're so smart. These are just, I mean, they're coding literally by three. So when you're dealing with someone on that level who has the world at their hands, they have the world at their hands at an instant. Whatever they want to see or do is right there instantly. And we didn't have that. We had to troll through encyclopedias. Yes, my mama had encyclopedias. If you remember encyclopedias, throw me some hearts in the chat. If you remember some encyclopedias. Remember the man used to come around and he was selling encyclopedias, and your mama sit there in the living room all looking undignified, like, "Oh, should we buy these?" Like when she had her grateful palm finger on. Should we get these? Will the children listen to them? Will they look at them? Good and well. Good and well. He said, I agree. Our generation can be way too sensitive, but it's all right, because you can say that we're just numb. I mean, yeah, think about it. Are the people that make them jokes on they go, Gen Xers, we didn't have a time to come in the house. Yeah, we did. But we knew that when the lights came on, you came in the house. You wasn't playing. It wasn't no conversation about coming to get you. All she knew is if she had to come out of that kitchen and stand on that porch, then you was catching a fade because you knew that them lights, and you should already had the lights time because the lights used to make a and then they come out. But if you didn't do that, you wanted all the smoke your mama had to give you. We knew not to go around the second corner. We knew that we had to go around one corner. So we had to understand the rules. We had already been shown the errors that could happen to us if our ways was not proper. So we didn't do too much. Some of us were. I'm not saying everybody, I'm saying me. Some people were a little more adventurous than others, and they was from Missouri. They wanted to see if their mama really would. I didn't need to test her. I understood the assignment, and I just said, "Oh no, ma'am." So I knew how many corners I could go around before I had to catch that, or she was about to call me and ask me where was I. She said, "But my grandsons are 21, 19 now, but some of those kids, I got a 9-year-old now, and she likes to roll her eyes." What? She wrote, Teresa, I don't play. Girl, how dare she? But when you look at them, you be like, you have to kind of admire too the boldness of them. Like, these is not scary people. So maybe we shouldn't, take it all out of them because their lack of fear, their fearlessness that they possess. Maybe that's something we need to get us to the next generation or to the next part of this dispensation of time. Because these is like they'll fight a brontosaurus. Yes, they will look him right in his eye and give him tell him about himself, then they'll make him cry or something, talk about their feelings. But no, this generation is no joke. And you look at them and they're jumping off stuff and riding skateboards on the top of a train. Who does that? Who? We did some crazy stuff, but our we didn't do everything. I mean, they're very adventurous, but their adventure is almost like they don't have a fear button of what if. And maybe that's what our parents gave us a lot of the what if conversations. And I noticed that y'all don't give y'all children's what if. You're all in there. First of all, we got to get you off your phone. Because mama done made about 15 TikToks with one thing, and she ain't seen nothing y'all did. Nothing at all. Once we gotta get off her phone. Then once we take mommy off the phone, then we gotta take daddy off for Call of Duty. And once we take daddy off Call of Duty, then we go round y'all up and sit around with y'all like we used to do. See, we didn't have all these stuff. We had a Nintendo 64. And it didn't do all that. And the doggone thing wouldn't act right half the time. So you remember you had to blow at it. If you didn't blow at your Nintendo, you ain't old as me. You had to blow at the Nintendo cartridge to make it work. Were we doing anything blowing out of? I don't know. But we just moved some dust around and it did come on and start working. But we had a Nintendo 64 Monopoly game. So we actually talked to these little people. And y'all need to get back to talking to y'all little people because they're very smart. I mean, some of them is really in here building stuff in their room, and you think they playing Legos, but they in here on some Dexter's Laboratory. You better go figure it out. Watch these children that you done made, and start asking them more questions. Don't ask them a question and then start taping it on TikTok, and then we don't even, you ain't even got the answer because she just start probing. I have never seen a bunch of children in my life. They are 6 months old. They already have the face. They already are put together. They already know when to smile. It took us 20 minutes to take a family picture. She said my daughter rolled her eyes at me and I pulled out a screwdriver and told her I could fix that. It must be something wrong inside her head. You gonna go in there like, what's his name? Dr. Frankenstein. Huh? We'll fix you right. Yeah. And then we'll put a little plug in there because you out here clowning. Bless your heart. Girls, I had one girl. One girl is all you need if you were like me. I was a little tomboy. So I didn't expect to have a whole bunch of girls. I just needed one. And people go, "Oh, you only had one girl." That one girl was three all in one. She was not a girly girl. So being raised by me and then having three brothers, and all three brothers treat roughened her and toughened her and did all the things that all everybody else did. These three are just too much. Too much. Let's see, we got some people in the YouTube. Let's see, Beverly Walton. Hey, she said it's a whole new world than where we came from. We are dealing with Genesis. These babies, she said, come knowing. So watch it. Yes. And that's my mama, if you ask her. Hey, mama. Yes, yes. These children come here. I mean, their eyes are open and they look like they already cold. And they're looking at you like you could give them your phone at 6 months and they're going to grab me them fix it for you. But I watch them. How do they know when to pose? Remember when we was taking a picture, even for your school picture, it took us forever to get the little kid to sit still and get ourselves to sit still. These, as soon as they see a camera, and they got perfect picture, perfect little smiles and everything. So y'all raising y'all little everybody trying to go viral. That's what that's what I'm gonna call them. I need to go viral children. That's what y'all raising. And stop. Everything they say or do, it ain't got to go on TikTok and social media. They're gonna be looking for a job one day, and then the man go pull it up and say, "You know what? Was this you? That your mom had you sitting here on the potty?" And then you gonna embarrass the doggone kid. He ain't gonna be able to be the president one day. Go pull up one of your mama's tweets. It's a whole new world. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But you know what? We have to now catch up. We can't be too lost in it. We can't be too lost in it because they're fat. She said we were not allowed to perform today. These children take yes, yes, mama. I mean, but we have to say that we are part of it. But I don't know because now you wanted to see your grandchildren, so you didn't want to give a nice little two-piece to them when they was cutting up because now their daddy's all these feelings. You wouldn't they'd have took them and they're not gonna let you come over because I had feelings at one point in time too. I'm sorry. But you know what? They look at you like, oh, you're about to kill him. You killed us. If I killed you, you wouldn't be here. I didn't kill you, boy. It cussed me out. I didn't want to make another one. You would Bill Cosby said, "I'll take y'all and make another one." No, I didn't want to make another one with you, so I'm gonna let you live because that last one almost took me out. So no, I wasn't trying to kill you, boy. But they act like you gonna hurt their children. I had one. He literally told me. He says, "Oh, I don't like you." I said, "Then take your children with you. You're not gonna like me." And the feelings. Bless their heart. Go to therapy, y'all. You little millennials. Whatever we did to y'all, maybe it was all the NWA we played. But I know mine, they literally could recite Boys in the Hood before they could say the ABCs. I was a '90s mama. They knew all the Ice Cube words, but they write their name. They could write maybe a whole bunch of the lyrics of the to NWA, but they wouldn't write their name too fast. He said, "That's right. We need to catch up." You're right. Yes, we have to catch up because they already know this stuff. They come out already. I don't know if it's a wiring when their mama was pregnant or something because she always got a phone in her hand that they're literally on some know how to do all this stuff before they even come out. So you're sitting there kind of like, hold up, why is it that I'm so lost? And they just is on point of everything. I mean, they literally come out taking your phone, changing stuff. I have one, she comes in and she deletes stuff and she twists it around. And I'm like, it's not yours, ma'am. But the whole part of it is that they're not fearful, they're not scared, and they have a whole, I don't know what they're waiting for, why they're made like this. Hopefully, all their mama's daddy's feelings and all of the little bit that we gave them will balance them for the next generation to come. Because if not, ooh, we looking for it. We gonna be in for it. But I thank y'all for riding with me. We ain't leaving yet. We're gonna pay some bills. We are going to pay some bills tonight. Ooh, forgive me. Look, I need to. I'm gonna go later on because this cold is getting me. Tonight we thank BSI Guard Card Training. BSI Guard Card Training is they are who we have tonight. Can you hear me now? Somebody said you couldn't hear me. Where did I leave off at? So I was saying BSIS Guard Card Training. That's BSISGuardCardTraining.com. BSIS Guard Card Training. I went and checked this facility out myself because I wanted to make sure my people that I send from Welcome to Granny's House will be treated with the utmost respect. And this place was phenomenal. The place was exquisitely clean. The people were happy and joyful. It reminded me of when they was getting shot with that Chick-fil-A shot when you come in the morning. Everybody was so happy. And even the people that were training when they came out, they were all giving praises and they were thanking the guy and the young lady that was there. I even asked the little boy, who's your mama? Because you was raised real right. So who's your mama? Can I meet her? Because maybe I should give my children to her. But BSISGuardCardTraining.com. The phone number is at the bottom. The phone number is at the bottom. We thank them you can hear me now. Great. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate you. We thank them for being a sponsor today on the Granny Show. We thank them. I really enjoyed that tour they allowed me to have. The place was phenomenal. So if you need, some of y'all on here may have a baby daddy, and you need some of that money. Go on, hit the boy, go send him to BSIS and go get him a guard car. Look at that! They telling me, can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me at all? You can hear me. Great. I'm glad you can hear me. Technology and me are not the best friends. I'm still trying to figure out a lot of how this works. What I'm gonna do is call them grandbabies by and have a picture for me later on because I grandma don't know what she's doing. She's still trying to figure it out. So where are we at with these grandbabies? With these grandbabies, I am in love with mine, every single one of them. But Imma have to start being a little more, stern. I literally took mine to the store, and I said, "Everybody gets to pick one thing." I didn't know why. I'm hoping that after they mamas is, but after that, your children, you hoping that as they go along, they kind of learn something or picked up something from their mama. They are your children. But so I go and I'm with her. I say everybody can pick one thing. Now my grandbabies come up and one got two and one got three and she goes, "Oh, Granny, but it's not that much. And if you don't just let me have it because you love hold up." I said one thing. So I'm kind of figure out, yeah, I bought it. Mind your business. I sent their daddy an invoice. Look, I came to spend $20 at the Dollar Tree and they done cashed out. I need my $30 back. But anyway, when did we start getting so soft? That's just my question. Are we tired? Did we parent they mamas and daddies so much that we just don't have no more smoke left in us to give? Because like I said, my grandma had a paddle that said heat for the seat and it had this little guy sitting there and he was bent over and the bottom of his pants was hanging out. So you saw his open rump, as we called it back in the day. You saw it because you didn't say the word you say now on TV, child. That's a whole nother show. But we saw his rump and the seat, the little paddle coming for him. And so, I said, any you didn't play with grandma. So maybe we need to get us a little heat for the seat. We ain't gonna use it. She never used hers. It's on the wall. It was a nice threat. The threat with that and the lady who beat the kids for the window. It was a good threat. But we was thankful. But somebody did get it one time. I don't know. Let me see if some of my family are here. If y'all remember who got the heat for the seat, call them out. We'll send them an NDA in the morning. Grandma had the heat for the seat. She said Miss Ford had an eraser that said for the big mistakes. And she probably swung it real well when y'all was running on her last nerve. She probably gave it to you because I know you one of my millennials like mine. I don't understand where all these feelings came from because y'all was setting it off. I mean, y'all was off the chain. You think your children off the chain. Imagine a bunch of them that was now. What that guy be doing? His name is Cyrus, and he goes children born in the 80s and then children born in the 90s and children born in 2000s. And I was looking at him like, you are spot on. Children born in the 90s was just a whole different ball game. She said, "Your bro, yes, your brother caught the heat for the team." And I think he the one broke it. See, she was swinging for he must have made her really mad because usually it was go get your switch, go get your own switch. See, so y'all should be thankful. We wasn't that we didn't set it off like that. I remember going to get my own switch. I'm not trying to traumatize none of y'all with my horror story. Maybe I'm all deep in my feelings, but I went and got my own switch. You know me. I'm thinking I'm smarter than the average bear. So I'm gonna go out and I'll pull me a little one off of there. And I said, I'm gonna get me one that, it's not gonna hurt too bad when I get my own switch. And so I pulled this little switch out, like, well, yay big, but it was real thin. And grandma looked at me and she was like, go up under the bed. And I was like, what's up under the bed? I'm looking for your hot shoes. What are you doing? Grandma had a whole like arsenal of when y'all come in here clowning switches. And she had me pick out my own switch. Bless her heart. We miss you. We miss you. She said she also made you go get yes, your switch. That was just a whole new level of I wish you would. That's why we didn't touch stuff in the store. Oh no, 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 no. They could leave us in the car. We wasn't going out, running out. Hey, lady, how you doing? Peace. We wasn't going out and coming around. We didn't do none of that. They will put us in a car. There was a store called it was Fetco when I was younger. Fetco was where every all of the mommies and daddies. It was our Sam's Club, is basically what it was. But it was called Fetco. So at Fetco, your mom and dad take you in there on Sunday. It was usually right after we did, and we all got our nice clothes on because she made you put clean socks on in case you got new shoes or something that day. We had clothes to go out in. Y'all don't do that. I seen some of your children. Oh Lord Jesus, they like they come out from a fight and you take them right to the store and put them in the shoes. Ew. But we had new socks and shoes to go out in, new clothes to go out in. This is how my mama did it. I don't know about y'all. Bow to my mama for the height. They hit it with clothes we couldn't use until it was time to go out. But my mama had that, and what we did was, if we was clowning in Fatco, they would sing you to the car. She had a lot, man, cut it out. So they would sing you to the car, and when they sing you to the car, it was like in a whole different, that when you got home, your life was like kind of through, so you was back there praying, or you was trying to make a plot on where I could go find some of the underwear that I could put on 3 pair or something. It wasn't on the same level of what these children go through. So but we was in the car, and they didn't have to worry about us. We had the door open, the windows down, but we wasn't out there getting taken and lost. And we damn sure when she sent you to the car, wasn't go run about that car. No, you didn't. When you timed it just right, because you knew when you left out of there, she was already halfway through her Fecto shop because she done passed the jacket spot and she kicked you out. And then after that point in time, you was like clock it, because you better close that door and roll up that window before she get up in there, because she want to see you sweating. That was part of your punishment. So I was getting kicked out of Fecto because of that brother of mine. You're gonna hear me talk about him a whole lot. I only got one. So most of my shenanigans was with him. She said when you came home to play, you put your girl. Yo, don't we talk about your play clothes? Your play clothes. Oh, we didn't get it. Man, seatbelts. What was that? Now you got these car seats that got 10 harnesses on them, and you got to strap them. But you know what? At one point in time, I was mad. I was like, why I got to do all this? This car seat got 50 million buttons on it. But now these cars is made worse than toys. So you better put your kid in the harness, the flip them around. They got one. I seen one that you could take them and tether them from the front. I'm in agreement with it now. But yeah, so we would get sent to the car. And when we get sent to the car, I knew how to act. I didn't want to get sent to the car because I didn't want to catch what happened when you go home after you get sent to the car. But once again, it's always them. I wish you would prove to me that you're going to do what you're going to do, children. And usually that was your brother if you had one. He always wanted to see if mama really was going to do what she was going to do. I got tired of figuring out with you, little boy. But that was the trip now. Now, see, you can't send them kids in no car, no Sam Club. No, you can't. They have security all floating around you. They be having you on the 10 o'clock news. People walking out of the store looking at you, talking about you. Wait, now you feel the live on TikTok and NBC. Yeah, no, a seatbelt. Now, hold on. The cars had seatbelt, but usually daddy had them tucked. Your daddy's had them tucked, and nobody was. And we sat up in the car right, we did a little leaning. But these now be all flipped out with their legs in the air all over the window. We knew how to sit, and you wasn't touching on everything. You sat and you was quiet. You didn't need no seatbelt. Plus, the car was made of tin. It was made of steel. So when they hit them, they crashed, but it wasn't too much, God bless the ones who had, but we didn't, and it wasn't that many cars in the street. But we used to ride past you talking about the no seatbelts. How about if your daddy had a pickup truck? We rode in the back of the pickup truck. And we didn't have no harness or nothing to hold you on the back of the pickup truck. You was in the back of that doggone pickup truck. So and you didn't fall out. You fell out. And sometimes we was dangerous. We would sit on the little hump part. So that was our life. But these now, oh, grandma, you don't have an Escalade. Escalade doesn't have that. Oh, grandma, you don't have a this. You don't have a Bentley, grandma. A Bentley. Grandma pick you up in that Toyota. You better stop playing. I ain't got time for you. I ain't got time for you. She said my mom threatened to take me to the bathroom oh no ma'am. No ma'am. I remember getting threatened to take it wasn't you didn't make it to the bathroom. It was or the dressing room. You didn't make it there. Cause you already caught a two-piece on the way there because you were showing out. You were showing all the way out. So you had already caught that two-piece. So at this point, you was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna do right, Mama. You was pleased. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna try on them shoes. I ain't gonna act a fool, Mama. I guarantee you, I'm not." In Texas, you see, y'all was a whole different special. But in Texas, it wasn't nobody there. You were literally able to what? Drive down the street and be like all in a whole different atmosphere of situations. It wasn't like it is now, to where we're on some It's 50 cars everywhere you go. It takes you in LA. I don't know if you live in LA. If you do or you don't, in your city, I'm quite sure it's the same. But it takes us 20 minutes to get anywhere. 20 minutes. And that's on a level of really something that used to take 5 minutes. Around the corner. For me to go up to the local grocery store from my house, back in the day, probably took us 5 minutes. Now it takes you about 20 minutes to get somewhere that's 5 minutes away. That's because so no, we can't ride on the bumpers. And that damn sure we'll put them in the back of them pickup trucks. Cut it out. And sometimes, your daddy was swerving. He was clowning. You slid a little bit, but you'll hold on or some of your cousins hopefully had you by the back of your neck. They was gonna save you, they weren't gonna let you. She said I took my kids in the circle of the wow. Man, but we have all done that. I think that every kid should be able to ride in the back of a pickup truck just once in their life. Whole different experience. They should be able to drink out of a water hose. Whole different experience. Then maybe they will be understand things a little, be more respectful. Not only should they be, they should be able to eat cornflakes with water. See, that's what we go. That's what we gonna start doing. So us grandmamas, instead of us, because we soft as baby cotton. So instead of us raising our voice, because we know we're not going to do any of that. We're going to be real calm and quiet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn into the grandmas that, that little bit of extra. We're going to give you some water in your cereal when you be talking reckless. Yes, yeah. And see, y'all problem is you got raw sugar instead of the other sugar. So you just out here just doing too much. You're fancy too. You won't get no sorbet. I'm going to go buy you some sherbet. See, look at me. I'm still giving them something. But this is what we gotta do. We're gonna have to tighten it up a little bit, girls. I'm waiting for y'all to tighten to help me because we have help with these moms. She said my grandma pick up all the grandchildren in the back of the pickup truck. Stop playing. You better remind us of that trip. It wasn't nothing like being in the back of that truck. These children need something like that. Take their iPads for a whole day and put them on their bikes outside. Go and then remind them don't bring outside inside. Take their tablets, yes, and make them go find their little friends like we used to do. Like people say, I saw the little joke that said we didn't have iPhones. We know where everybody was meeting up at because you saw all the bikes in everybody's yard, in one person's yard. So when you went down the street and all the bikes was like laid out and such and so, that's what the homies were. Sorry for that, y'all. We lost a little service. See, this is what happened when you live in the hood. People think I be lying. No, I'm telling the truth. We pay the most for internet and we get the worst service ever. So I got one bar. That's crazy, but the most we pay for everything out here, we get the worst of it, the worst of it. So I'm gonna get ready to tell y'all good night, and I'm gonna go heal myself, and I'm gonna see you Tuesday. Once again, the Granny Show. We say welcome to you again. Welcome to the Granny Show. We come on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. At 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can follow me on Facebook at They Call Me Granny. Excuse me, welcome to Granny's House on Facebook. At YouTube, They Call Me Granny. At TikTok, They Call Me Granny 6. On Lemon, They Call Me Granny 6. And on YouTube at They Call Me Granny. Like, follow, and share. Like, follow, and share. It helps a lot. It also allows the sponsors to be able to see that we're about to be the most popping this page on YouTube. So I need y'all to help me to get there. And on my day ones, you A1. You're A1. I need y'all to help me to get there. So if what I am gonna do is we're gonna say thank you for coming and hanging out with Granny. I have appreciated and I've enjoyed every bit of you all. If you'd like to say good night, this is your last opportunity to say what you like to say to Granny. Other than that, I am going to see you all on Tuesday. Tuesday's gonna be lit, trust me. I will tell y'all a little bit about it. I should tell y'all a little bit about it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hope that you go and watch and follow me, and then you'll be able to see my little cartoon that's gonna explain. I hope you like it, my little cartoon lady. That's me if I was a cartoon. But I'll be able to explain, and you'll be able to see firsthand what we'll be talking about on next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Who is that? That's my mama. You know my mama gonna say she liked me. Thank you at Granny's house. Enjoyed it. She always clap for me. Even when I threw the ball in the wrong basket, my mama clapped for me. I love you, woman. She said, yes, she loves it. I love y'all too. We love you. Enjoy your show. Love you so much. Get some. I'm going to do that. Something I don't usually do. I'm gonna figure out how to do that tonight. Though, watch me. I'm gonna shut them eyes down. Two blue tall nose or some sleep. I heard you, Mr. President, but I'm gonna run through them blowers tonight. I'm sleepy. I'll talk to y'all later. I love you all. Welcome to Granny's house. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. Like, follow, and share.
Love made her go. Got a question, ask it. We're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey. Come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep. Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Darling, lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Knock, knock, who's there? It's the truth at the door. Don't wipe your feet, just bring your mess to the floor. This ain't no bedtime